Hi everyone. Um, I'm using video again. Maybe this is a new thing for me. I am now sending this video from my impromptu office space, which I imagine many people have been trying to figure out how to set up in the last week or so if you're working from home. And I just wanted to send you well wishes. I hope that in the midst of everything, you're finding moments of pause and calm and rest. I know we're all in really different positions in what we're facing with this new virus and this slowdown. And I also know we're all in this together. I wanted to just jump in around something that's happening for me, which is I'm receiving a lot of resources, communication, information, texts, um, emails from many different folks, and it's partially amazing and supportive, and it's also overwhelming. And so ironically, coming to you in another one of these forms in an email or in Facebook with this video, I hope this is of use for you in navigating this time of so much input and so much information and possibly many opportunities and possibly just a mode of heading off really major disasters or major things that are coming down the pipe in your life in response to this slowdown and the virus. So I've got a practice that's super simple. If you're someone that has a lot of space on your hands right now to actually write, you could sit down and write this. If you're someone who's navigating possibly a workload, possibly children, or taking care of another person in your life in the midst of this, or yourself with your health, this may look like a simple check-in that you do once, maybe before bed, even just in your mind. But it's 3 questions to help navigate all of the information and the things coming in, and to just be able to focus with where you need to focus right now to reduce the overwhelm. So the first question is, how do you want to show up in this time, in the time of a pandemic? How do you want to show up? How do you want to be as a human being? And just being able to then use that as a filter for yourself moving forward. For example, I would like to be caring and loving, which requires me to do certain things and put certain things into place because I'm also living in very close proximity with a husband, a cat, and a 3-year-old, and trying to navigate a lot of things. I also want to be mindful and be aware during this time of my gaps and my misses and my missed understandings of how this is impacting all of us and impacting different people within this uh, this time of this pandemic. So those are a few of my examples. So how do you want to show up? Then the second question is, what are 2 or 3 things you want to tend to? You want to take care of. You want to pay the most attention to in the next week, the next month, in the midst of what may be a long haul. So this may change for you. For instance, for me right now, and I think it's great to stay to 2 or 3, right? I want to take care of my and support my family's mental well-being, um, and then physical well-being, vitamins and all of that, but really take care of our mental well-being so we have some strength to respond to a lot of different things that we're going to need to in the coming weeks. And I want to stay connected to my clients who I'm supporting right now and to my business. I don't want to lose touch with the work that I've been doing, and I want to find creative ways to do that. So those are 2 of mine, things that I want to tend to. And then the last question is, what do you need? And Erika, Murcia, and I have been asking this when we've been doing our mini classes around navigating stress, which was something we were already going to do this last week. And this week, she's actually doing one of those classes right now in Spanish, and it's becoming a more important time to gather. So we're asking, what do you need? So what do you need when you think about question 1 and question 2? When you think about how you want to show up right now as a human in your body, and what you feel like you really need to and want to tend to right now, then what do you need? So for me, I need time alone. I have to figure out how to have little teeny bits of breath and time alone, even if it's like a moment with the door closed. And I need business support. Like I need to reach out to people and be in contact with people that can support me. Um, and I need to figure out ways to be present with my family so that when I'm thinking about my mental health or being in support of their mental health, I'm actually with them and not in the swirling of everything going on around us right now. So one example for me with that is like, how do I set my phone down? How do I put my phone on airplane mode? How do I not start out the morning with the radio on and start out the morning with instead the wildness of a toddler wanting to have cottage cheese while playing with flour on the kitchen counter, right? So how do I be present to that? So those are the things I'm trying to actively do. 3 questions. Looking at my cheat sheet. How do you want to show up in this moment? How do you want to remember how you were most of the time in this moment? We're going to hold all of it at the same time. It's not that I'm not freaked out, and it's not that I'm not stressed, and it's not that I'm not worried. I'm feeling all of those things, but I also want to be loving, and I want to be mindful and aware of where I fit within all of this, and I want to be caring, right? What are 2 or 3 things that you need or want to tend to and take care of in this time? And what do you need? That's it. One of the ways I'm thinking about that on top of those 3 questions is what am I wanting to bring in and what do I just need to say that can wait? So I'm doing that a lot in my emails, everybody. I'm doing that a lot with the news. What information do I need to take in right now to make a decision and show up the way I want to show up and tend to the things I need to tend to? What information am I pausing? What information am I not able to take in right now? So I hope in the midst of information overwhelm and all of the things we're trying to figure out and tend to at this time, that this short practice can be something that brings you grounding and brings you calm and brings you clarity and focus. And I hope that you are well and that you have support around you and feel like you can reach out in a text or an email or an online group to be with other human beings in this time of change and uncertainty. And thanks so much for watching.